Hi guys, Andy here, and welcome to a little twine game called One Night in a Haunted House. I've been meaning to play this. This has been in my Itch.io collection for like a while now. And yeah, I'm gonna jump right in. I have headphones in, so this might be spooky. At 10 p.m. tomorrow morning, you have an intake appointment at 9 a.m. It should be okay. You know it'll be good, but you're still nervous. You haven't really spoken about this, and more so, you don't really know how. It is 10 p.m. What are you going to do to pass the time until 9 a.m.? Sleep like a fucking normal person. 10 p.m. You try to sleep at first, but as soon as you lay down in bed, you know it's not going to happen. Your thoughts are racing and your heart is beating a little bit too fast. You can't stop thinking, worrying about tomorrow morning. You know you'll never sleep and decide to give up early. Watch Netflix. 10:15 p.m. What do you want to watch? Feeling a comedy TV show to burn through or an old favorite horror film to fall asleep to? Friends or A Nightmare on Elm Street? Obviously, Nightmare on Elm Street because fuck Friends. At 11:29 p.m., maybe watching a scary movie wasn't the best idea. It's not doing you any favors in terms of helping you sleep. The last thing you need to stack on top of your anxiety is an unreasonable worry about Freddy Krueger. Same. Actually, on Friday the 13th, somebody at work put on Nightmare on Elm Street. It was so amazing. I've never seen it before. 11:30 p.m. Oh shit. Oh my goodness. I heard something. I'm like, is that a heartbeat? It's a fucking sound. You've had enough of watching Netflix at this point, and it isn't making you feel any more tired. You don't want to stay up all night. You don't want to spend your time stealing quick glances at your phone to see if he called or texted. You know what? Trap. Turn the TV off or keep the TV on. I want to turn the TV off. The fucking heartbeat sound is unnerving. You decide to try and go back to bed. Your eyes feel heavy enough now to maybe get some sleep. You hope. Lay down in bed. 12 a.m. You think you fell asleep for a bit. You were in your bed, on your back, but you couldn't move. It felt like your wrists and ankles were being held down by cold hands. You tried to scream, but your mouth wouldn't open. You couldn't move, despite forcefully trying to kick your legs and jerk your arms around. You had sleep terrors once before, as a child. You had woken your whole family up screaming, but you never experienced sleep paralysis before. Go grab a glass of water. I thought that said wine. I want to drink so badly right now. 12:05 a.m. You head into the kitchen and grab a glass from your cupboard. As you head to your sink, you hear the muffled sounds of laughter coming from your living room. There's a faint glow that flickers, casting weird patterns of light on your couch. How didn't you turn the TV off, though? You head into your living room and turn it back off. You drink a glass of water but are too shaken to return to bed just yet. Grab your phone or read a book. Um, let's read a book. I like reading books before bed. Usually the book is on my phone, though. You're reading a collection of short stories that are slightly scary, but mostly just weird tales. The one you're currently reading is about a woman who woke up one morning without a mouth, but nobody else noticed that she couldn't speak and was missing her mouth despite having had it the day before. After you finish the story, you set your book down on your bookshelf right by your door, where you usually leave the book you're currently reading. This is not cool because my fucking bookshelf is literally right by my door. That's not fun. Your eyes are too heavy to keep reading, but your mind is still racing. You know sleeping still won't be a possibility. What do you do now? 1 a.m. You think about trying to sleep again, but the thought of laying in bed doing nothing already fills you with anxiety. Pace your kitchen. I totally fucking pace my kitchen around this time too. This isn't fun anymore. Throwing off your blankets as if they burnt you, you swing your legs off your bed and propel yourself forward. The floor is cold beneath your feet and instantly chills your whole body, but you're determined. There's no point just laying there in bed, becoming more and more anxious and frustrated, repeating the alphabet to yourself in an intent to fall asleep. Okay, I don't repeat the alphabet to myself. At best, it's fucking night fever that I fucking sing to myself. You reach the kitchen. Your kitchen is blanketed in waves of black and gray. The vague shades of your counter, kitchen table, and fridge form amongst the darker tones of black. As your eyes suggest, you feel it before you see it, as if the room got colder, like a door or a window suddenly opened. Then, from the corner of your eye, you see a flicker of something darker than the rest of the shadows. Then it's gone, and you're not really sure if you even saw something. Your mind can play tricks on you after all. Stay in the kitchen. 1:10 a.m. Quickly turning the lights on, you blink and begin pacing. You feel colder in just a t-shirt and you cross your arms against your chest as you pace back and forth. You left your phone in your bedroom purposefully. It won't ring, not at this time anyways. My phone will always ring at any fucking time. He won't call anyways. He never calls first. And besides, he agreed he wouldn't bother you anymore. Do you believe him? Doesn't matter if you do. Stay in the kitchen or go back to bed. We might as well stay in the kitchen for a few minutes. I wasn't anticipating 15 minutes, but you live in a basement, and during the best of times, the temperature never rises above constantly chilly. Your whole body feels frozen, but your feet are especially blocks of ice, devoid of feeling and numb. But that doesn't matter to you, at least not right now. The cold feels good, it helps you keep you grounded. As you pace, vaguely scratching at your arms and biting your lips, you debate questions you wouldn't let yourself consider. What if he does call? What if he doesn't? You look at the clock and realize it is 2 a.m. There's a knock on your front door. No! Fuck this! Do I answer it? You guys, I don't know what to do. I'm scared. My best bet is I would go to a fucking window and see who it is. I'm gonna fucking answer it. If I die, I fucking die. Cautiously, you go to answer the door. You know before you even turn the handle that nobody will be there, but this doesn't stop you. As you expected, there's nothing but the darkness and a few leaves idly blowing on the pavement outside of your basement apartment door. You close the door and return to your bedroom. Slightly chilled, you pull the covers of your blanket tightly up to your chin. Your alarm clock blinks red in the dark. I can't fucking read, you guys. Why do you watch me read? That's fucking unnerving. You must have fallen asleep at some point because you had another dream. You were still in your apartment, but sitting in your living room, the TV on and showing an infomercial. Which doesn't make sense. You were watching Netflix, weren't you? A wasp has gotten into your apartment and was buzzing around. Usually you would have tried to swap the wasp, to avoid being stung, but you just watched it as it flew around the small room. It circled the TV before settling its course toward you. You watched it, and without any attempt at defending yourself, it flew right back at your neck and stung you. Your neck immediately swelled and swelled and swelled until it burst, spewing blood and pus all over your t-shirt. You wake up sitting on the couch. Did you fall asleep here? Possibly. No. Are you sure? Yes. It doesn't matter anyway. You're awake now, and since you're already in the living room, and more awake than ever, you decide to keep watching Netflix. You turn back on your Xbox 360 and open up Netflix. You go to resume A Nightmare on Elm Street, but it doesn't show up in your recently watched list. But you remember starting it and deciding to watching a scary movie was definitely a bad idea for the night. You search for it and then fast forward to where you left off. 3 a.m. I'm scared, you guys. You grab your phone and of course there aren't any missed calls or texts. Just like you knew it would be. Just like you wanted it to be. The sense of relief you feel when you see that he hasn't reached out to you is overwhelming. It's not that you're waiting for him to call. You're terrified of what happens if he does call. You put your phone away and go back to Netflix, trying to focus, but your thoughts tailspin. 3:05 a.m. You stare at the TV screen, trying to take deep breaths and distract yourself. Out of the corner of your eye, you notice a blinking. It's your phone. You have a message. Your heart drops. When did it ring? Why didn't you hear it? I usually don't hear my phone because I have it set to vibrate only. So, or read it. You open up your messages and you see his name there at the very top. It freezes you, and for a moment you can't do anything other than just stare at his name. Your breath doesn't stop. Instead, your heartbeat increases drastically and you're afraid it'll beat so hard your ribs will break. This can't be why. Why would he do this? You go to open the message, but your phone crashes and you feel your stomach give out, as if on a roller coaster and you just went over a big drop. When you can reopen your messages, his message isn't there, as if it never was. 3:30 a.m. You do nothing but sit on your couch, limply holding your phone. You stare ahead. You're not sure what to think. You're starting to not be able to trust yourself. You thought you fell asleep in your living room earlier, but you didn't. Really? Did you? You don't know if you did or not, and that's what scares you, but not more than the thought of him actually having messaged you. 4:50 a.m. You lost time, over an hour. You didn't sleep, at least you don't think you did. But you don't know what else you could have done. At least it's getting close enough to almost be a reasonable hour to be awake. It's not as comforting, but you don't really know why. There's always something about the early hours of the morning that feel less overwhelming than the middle of the night. Maybe the idea that the others are starting to wake up. Just then, there's another knock at the door. Might as well answer it. I mean, if it's death, I'm fucking ready. Death. You don't hesitate this time, and rush to answer the knocking. You're sure you heard it, and you're determined to not miss whoever it is. If it's him, then, well, you have your phone. You will call the cops. The knocking gets louder and stronger. Maybe you should call the cops anyway, but you don't. Ah! You open the door and you instantly hit with the breeze and the brightening sky, but that's it. Nothing, nobody. You shut the door shaking. You think of calling the police again, but they won't believe you. Why would they? Go to the kitchen, go to your bedroom, go to the living room. Let's go to the living room. You rush to your kitchen to make it back to your living room. It's a small room, and the window is the only window in your whole apartment that doesn't lead to either the street or the driveway. It lets out under the back deck. You grab a blanket and wrap it around yourself as you sit down on the couch. It's practically morning. Nothing bad can happen, and your paranoia will lessen as the sun rises. And then you feel it, a light puff of hot breath on your cheek. You scream. What happens at 9 a.m.? The end. Okay. I was expecting something terrible. Okay, that was cool. That was One Night in a Haunted House. I think that's what it's called. I'm sorry, I don't really remember. I'm an awful person. But yeah, if you enjoyed it, please leave a like and a comment. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye for now, guys. Bye for now.